guys, welcome to our third session for week 2. I apologize for being sick yesterday. With that said, I know I've kind of put all of you behind, so I'm going to do an automatic extension across the board. So your week 2 work is due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time. Today, we're going to go through the announcements, the week 2 assignment instructions, the week 2 assignment demo, and then we'll have any time for any questions and answers you may have. Don't forget the SSC if you need help. I will be in the SSC this evening from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Mountain Time, and on Friday from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. Mountain Time. Christy's schedule is posted in the announcement, so if you can't make it sometime when I'm in the SSC, please check out her schedule and go in and see her if you need help. Oops, going the wrong direction, guys. Sorry about that. This should say mock-up. Okay, guys. Let me correct that real quick. The first thing you're going to do this week is you're going to mock up your website based off of your wireframe. So you're going to open Photoshop, and you're going to actually include any of your headline text, but you can use filler text for any of your paragraph text. But go ahead and put your headlines on there. It'll make things easier for next week. If you have already created your own logo for yourself as a designer, use it. If not, putting together a nice typographical word mark of your name will be fine until you create your own personal logo, and then you can just change them out. Make sure your header, footer, navigation are in the exact same place for each page, as that will be how it should work on the website when navigating from page to page. Showing rollover states on buttons can be shown on some of the pages as examples. When designing how your slideshow will look, check out some of the tutorials on lynda.com, or simply go into Muse, open that slideshow widget like I showed in the demo we did when we were playing around with Muse, and look at how that slideshow works out. Now, for the mock-up, I am not requiring that you actually put images on there. You can simply draw a black box where the slideshow will be, and that will be perfectly acceptable. Can you see it now, so Teresa?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. You will be graded on the following directions: originality, creativity, and user usability and uniqueness to your style. You're going to export your design into a multi-page PDF of the design of your homepage, about, portfolio, and sub-pages if required, and content pages with the form. For the form, again, just to make things a little simpler on you guys, you can simply draw me a black box where that form is going to be located, and that will work. You don't have to actually try and draw out the form itself. You can just put a black box on there that represents your form on the contact page, and that will be perfectly acceptable. Once you've exported the multi-page PDF, you're going to save it as DS241, assignment 2, your last name. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to hop over to Muse. Let's see here. Now, this is the wireframe I did on Tuesday for my website. And just looking at these, I'm going to say my longest page is probably my portfolio page. So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. This page ends at about approximately 950 pixels, a little more than 950 it looks like. We could say 970 pixels. So now I'm going to go into Photoshop. And you're going to go to File, New. And it's going to open up your little box for you. You're going to make the width of your website the exact same size as you did your wireframe. Most of you probably used the 1000 pixels like I suggested. I used 1280 simply because I'm on a desktop computer, so I can see more of the screen. You guys are on laptops, so keeping your width around 1000 pixels will be perfect for you. And I'm going to make my height 970. That is the height of my longest page. And hit create. There's my artboard. So the first thing I'm going to do is set up my background. I want to use this layer here on my background. Oh, come on. There it is. I'm going to realign this to my page. This is going to be my background. I'm going to rename this background. And this is going to be my master page setup. I'm going to have my background in it because that's going to be on every single page. Now I need to do things like, first thing you're going to do is set up your logo, your navigation, anything that's going to be on your master page. So I'm going to open up my Creative Cloud libraries here. And I'm pretty sure I have my logo in here somewhere. There it is. I'm going to grab my logo and put it on my artboard. Check mark. I'm going to use a guide. I set my, let's see, that would be roughly 150 pixels. This is going to be roughly 200 pixels. So I'll set my header at about 200 pixels. That will work. And then I'm going to have my navigation bar across the top. So I'm going to grab my type tool. I'm going to make a text box across here. And medium, 24 point. Let's make it black. And I'm going to go home. I can't remember what order I set my Muse file up to. Let's see. Home, portfolio, about, contact. Okay. Portfolio, about, contact. And I'm going to change the color of the home button real quick so I can show the rollover color. And now I'm just going to line this up. That works pretty well. I think there's my logo. There's my navigation. I'm going to make a little box across the top of there. I think it'll look better. So I'm going to grab my selection tool and I'm going to make a little box where I want my header. There. And I want to fill it with white. And I'm going to put a little bit of a drop shadow on it. Like that. And so now I have my header area. And I'm going to do my footer across the bottom. And once again, I'm going to make sure that's in plain white. Just going to draw a rectangle across there and fill it with white. And I don't want the effects though. And my copyright statement is going to go down there. So I'm going to make another text box. And definitely needs to be smaller. And I'm going to left align it. And there's my copyright. I don't want a drop shadow here. I'm going to cut this. And paste it on a separate layer. Edit. Paste in place. There we go. And now I need my social media icons. I have those in my Creative Cloud library already. Let's see. I believe these are white, though. I'm going to have to play with the colors. I am going to put my LinkedIn on here. My Twitter. And I have a Facebook. Now I need to make this one the same color. So I'm going to grab my eyedropper. Copy this gray color. Go to my paint bucket. And I'm going to have to rasterize that layer first. and change the color so they match. And then I'm going to scale them. I need to select them all first. Twitter, Facebook, and see, I'm going to scale them all at the same time so that they're all the exact same size. Like that. Then I'm going to put them down here at the bottom. It looks like I need to make my footer just a little bit bigger. There we go. And that one. And now I need to add my privacy policy link. And I'm actually going to make it just a little bit bigger than my copyright statement. It goes about right there. Okay, so this is everything that's going to be in every single page. And I'm going to rename this artboard to Master. And now I'm going to go over and grab my artboard tool. You can do this a couple of different ways. If you like the artboards, you guys by now know how to make artboards, and you can do it that way. Or you can use the layer comp. I'm going to name it Master. I'm going to make sure visibility, position, and appearance are checked. I'm going to hit OK. There's my master. Minimize that and make a new folder. And this one is going to be my home page. I'm going to make a layer in there. And this is where I'm going to put my main content. So, according to, let's go back and look at Muse. I'm going to have a slideshow across the top, which I'm going to have to do some images for, and I'm going to have some round icons I have to build. And then I'm going to put filler text on the bottom. So let's go with the slideshow. I am going to simply make a square for this slideshow banner. Right across there. I'm going to fill it with a solid color. That way I know it's a slideshow. I think it needs to be a bit bigger. Probably like that. And now I need to make some icons, but I'm going to be using some images that I already have. This one. And then I'm going to place it, my ellipse tool. I'm going to select it where I want it. Yeah, I think that will do. Somehow or another, I'm not on my right layer though. This should be up here. There's my layer. Okay. And I want to mask it. So there's my first round icon, and definitely a little too big. So I'm going to have to make this smaller. I'm going to do one for printing. And then I want one for I'm going to have to place a few images here. File. Added. Thank you. I want to place this one. And I want the same size circle. So I'm going to place that. I'm going to go down here. And I'm going to click on the masking thumbnail for the circle I did first. I'm going to hold down my Command key and click on it. Come on. There we go. And then I'm going to grab my dotted circle so that I can move this over to here. About right there. I'm going to click back on that layer that has my embroidery on it and mask it. Now, I need to do a little bit of work on this one. I'm going to unlink the mask and click on the thumbnail of the image, Command T. Until I can get it in here where I want it, like that. Oh, still not close enough. There we go. And relink them. I'm going to center it on the page. Okay, Zoom seems to be having some technical difficulty there, guys. Sorry about that. It doesn't seem to want to share when I tell it to. Can you see now, Sella Teresa? Okay. So now I need to place another image. So I'm going to go to File, Place Again. And this time I need my vinyl graphics. So actually, I think I'll do my web design here. And I'm going to do Place Again. There's the image. Again, I'm going to go back to the image I just made the circle for. Hold down my Command key and click on that thumbnail so I get that round circle. So I can make sure they're all the same size. I'm going to go over and grab my round selection tool and bring it over to my website. Click on that layer that has my web image and hit the masking button. And then I'm going to unlink them and click on the image and scale this image down to be what I want it to be inside this mask. And that works. Oops. Relink them. And now I need to spread them out so that they're even. About like that. I'll grab my type tool. And I need to make some headings. I'm going to make sure my headings are condensed bold. 24 point. And print design here. Oops, not both of them, just this one. Print design there. Oops, I totally misspelled that. No. I can never spell apparel. Can you tell I've been sick? A-P-P-A-R-E-L. There we go. Gonna center that up. And oops. And web design. And center that up. I think I'm gonna have to go back and make some adjustments here because I'm taking up too much space. Pull that up, pull that up. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna do my little blurbs for each one underneath here. I'm make my font 12 point and regular. And those of you who haven't realized it yet, Photoshop now allows you to do fill text. And I want to left align it. Like that. And I think I'm going to go over and open my paragraph tools. No, I'm going to leave it left align jagged there. I'm going to center that under there like that. And I'm simply going to duplicate this layer and move it under this section. Duplicate it again and move it under this section. So I have all three of them across there. Now everything looks a little out of alignment though. I'm going to move this over. It looks like I'm accidentally moving something I shouldn't be. There we go. That looks better. So there is my home page. So I'm going to take all of these layers that belong to my home page. I'm going to put them inside this home page folder. Close it out. I'm going to select all my master pages. Call it master. I'm going to turn off my home real quick since I made some changes. This belongs in the home. I'm going to open up my layers comps and I'm going to refresh this because I didn't make changes to it. And now I'm going to turn on my home page, click on that folder, go to my layers comp, click that drop down and go to new layer comp and call it home page. Make sure visibility, position, and appearance are checked and hit OK. So now this is my home page. If I click on my master page, it shows just the master. If I click on the home, it shows the home page. So now that I have those done, I need to work on my next page, which is going to be the portfolio page. Now my portfolio page is a slideshow with thumbnails. So there's really not a lot for me to do on that page since I'm going to just be using, I'm going to turn off my home layer. So I have a blank canvas for my main content, and we can use those squares, like I said, because my portfolio page is a widget. So instead of having to draw out that entire widget, I'm going to use squares. This one's a little too big. There. I'm going to duplicate that. Yeah, this will work. There. And then I'm going to select all of these. And I'm going to duplicate them. This one goes here. This goes here. This goes here. There we go. Like that. And then I had one more row. So once again, I'm going to select all of these, duplicate them, and just pull them down. They're going to go at the bottom. Now, I'm running out of room at the bottom, so I'm just going to make these just a little bit smaller. Like that. That will be my portfolio page. I'm going to use what's called an instant zoom widget here, and we will go over that next week. But for now, this is going to be my portfolio page. So once again, I'm going to open up that layers comp page. Click the drop down, new layer comp. This time, it's my portfolio page. Okay, there's my portfolio page. So now if I click on my home page, we see the home page, and the master page. There's the portfolio page. So I'm going to select all of these layers and click my folder icon. Rename that group portfolio and turn it off. So now I'm ready for the about page. I'm going to make a new layer. And we're going to start the about page. So I'm going to go to File, Place, because remember you need an image of yourself on your about page. I need to make a new one. I actually have another image on here somewhere, I thought. It may be on my other computer though. So I'll just use my standard photo here. And I'm going to mask it. Now, according to my wireframe, let's go back over to Muse for just a second and open up my about page. According to my wireframe, I'm going to have a graphic, I'm going to have text, graphic, my picture, and then the widget for Facebook. Okay. Let's grab my type tool. And first I'm going to make my headline. 24 point, bold condensed. And 12 point regular, and I'm going to fill it with fill text. Come on, need some more fill text. There we go. My type tools, paragraph, I'm going to left align everything like that. And then the graphic I plan on using in this page is in my library, right here. Grab it, drag it out, shrink it down to the size I want it. And then I'm just going to use a square to show I'm going to have a widget on this page, which will be my Facebook widget. So there's my About page. Once again, I'm going to open up those layer comps, click the drop down and go New Layer. And this is the About page. So there's my About page. My portfolio page. Something's not working right here. So I'm going to go back to my About page first. I'm going to select all these layers in my folder. About. I need to turn everything on. Here's my master, my home page, my portfolio page, and my About page. Turn that off. The last page is my contact page. Jump to Muse. Open up my contact page. Oh, I need a privacy page too. I'm going to open up my contact page. I have a line where I'm going to have my Skype icon and phone number and address up here. And then I'm going to have my form, and I'm going to have another widget. Okay, so back to Dreamweaver. Back to Photoshop. And I'm going to go into my library because I believe I already have a Skype icon in here, right there. I'm going to pull out my Skype icon. And to make it smaller, except for I thought I had a call icon in here. There it is. It's the blue one that I want. I'm going to delete that one. Make this one smaller. And I need to put some text beside it that says call to 24 point bold. There we go. And then I need the little line. Put it across here. Make a layer. There we go. There's that one. And I need my phone number over here. Oops. That. I'm going to pull that down because I need to add a heading in here. Contact me. And then I had my form. So I'm going to block out where I have my form. There. And then I had my Google Map widget. So I'm just going to block that out too. Like that. And once again, select all the layers that belong to my contact page. Hit my folder. Call it contact. Open up my layer comp. New layer comp. Contact page. And I'm going to turn on all my pages. Whoops. I'm going to turn on all my pages and go through and check everything. Master, home. I need to make a little adjustment right there. And then let's go down and find that layer. I want to make another little adjustment here on all of these. I'm going to turn on my drop shadow. Yes. I'm going to unlink this. This picture looks a little flat on the bottom. So it needs to be just a hair bigger. There we go. The effect still looks a little loud to me. There we go. And I'm going to right click on this and copy layer style. And then paste layer style. Oops, I accidentally deleted it. Come on. Copy layer style. Paste layer style. I have one more. There it is. Paste layer style. Okay, back to my layer comps. So we've got master, home. So I need to refresh my home. Refresh. That's better. And then my portfolio page still looks good. About still looks good. Contact, it still looks good. Let's go back to my about page. And I want to find that image of me right here. Paste layer style. Yes, that's better. Okay, so that's all of my pages. Master, home, portfolio, about, contact. So now I need to export everything. So I'm going to make sure everything's turned on. And I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Export. And I'm going to choose Layer Comps to PDF. Click it. Active document has not been saved. Okay. So I have to save it first. Save as. Go to my desktop. 241 folder. GS241. assignment 2. My first name and last name. Okay, then file, export, art layer comps to PDF. If you use artboards, then you'll choose artboards to PDF. Make sure selected layer comps only is not checked. And then hit run. You're gonna see your Photoshop flash at you a little bit. Just give it a moment and it will convert all of the layer comps into actual PDFs. Layer comps to PDF was successful. So I'm gonna hit OK. I'm gonna go into my Finder and go to my desktop. And I'm gonna go to that 241 folder and open up that PDF. As soon as it opens, I will share it with you. Come on. Okay. I'm gonna share my PDF. Here are my pages, 5 pages. It's my home page. My portfolio page, my about page, my contact page. What you're going to turn in for the assignment is your PDF of your mock-up for every single page. Any questions? So, Teresa, do you have any questions? This is all you're going to do for your mock-up. Having your wireframe already done makes it so much easier because you know exactly where everything needs to go. Now, guys, if for some reason you don't have a graphic finished that needs to go somewhere on your website, you may use a colored box. That does not mean you can use a colored box for everything. You can use colored box for widgets, or if you happen to have 1 or 2 graphics that aren't completed yet, you may use a colored box. But if it's for a graphic and not a widget, you need to label that box that an unfinished graphic goes there. Okay, so Teresa, what's your question about the assessment?
Okay, what do I do? It's saying that my file is missing.
Your file is missing.
Yeah, let me look on my desktop.
Can you share your screen with me? Show me what you're seeing.
Yes. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, share screen.
Okay. I can't pull mine up. I'm trying to click on it, but it's not allowing me to.
So allow, can you click on desktop?
No.
Did your screen go white?
No, I can see your screen. I just can't see mine.
I unshared. Give it a second. You must be on a little bit of a delay. Because I'm not sharing anymore.
Okay.
Let's see if I type something in the chat box. If it
Okay. Can you see my ass now?
No, not yet. Did you share your desktop?
I don't see the. Let me try it again. Can you see it now?
I can see you now.
Okay. When I try to pull it up, it's telling me that it's missing. And clearly I did it 19 hours ago or whatever.
Hit no. And go to file and go to open. Yeah, just go to open site. Then I'll see if you can find the file. That's your documents. Did you save it in your documents or on your desktop?
I saved it to my desktop.
Yeah, click there. Is it in the mockup website? No, it's in the BS241 website, maybe. Oh, is that it right there?
Let me see.
Maybe you just moved it into a folder after you saved it, and so now Dreamweaver News couldn't find it. So hit open.
Okay, my question is right here, for the privacy statement.
Yes.
I couldn't get the word. Where do I put the word privacy? See how these have their little
It's
things.
there. You just need to scroll down some so you can see it.
Say that again.
It's there. You just need to scroll down so you can see it. There it is. So double click that where it says Untitled 5. Double click right on top of Untitled 5.
Okay, what do I click?
See where it says Untitled 5? Double click.
Yes. Double click it.
Yeah, right on top of the word Untitled. Go up just a little bit more. Right there. Double click it.
Oh, okay. And then just put privacy, a privacy statement.
Yeah, privacy, one word. And hit your enter key. There you go.
Okay, that's it. That's all I needed.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Are we done with class?
Yeah, we are done. We'll call it an evening. If you guys need any help, I'll be in the SSC tonight and on Friday night.
Okay, thank you.
All right, see you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.